So I've been thinking a lot about where headshot level is, why it's important to keep the crosshair there, and how should we think about going about this? Like, where should we keep our crosshair? How do we know where headshot level is? And it's a decent question. A lot of people don't know the answer. Even good players, some people who get the headshots all the time, sometimes they don't even know where headshot level is for corners and different positions and stuff, just because it's not engraved in their brain. So this is something that if you are having trouble with, even as a high rank, don't feel bad about it, because it seems that there's a lot of people who don't really know exactly how headshot level works and how to position your crosshair for specific angles and such. So this is something that you kind of need to get used to, but here are the basics and the reasons why headshot level is where it is, and how you can prevent looking down at somebody's feet, looking at the floor, or aiming too high, aiming too low, and where you should just keep your crosshair in general. Alright, so if you take a look at the graphic, you'll see that headshot level is always at the same height. If you're on a flat plane, the headshot level is always at the same spot, no matter how far or close the player is. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that this is how headshot level works, and unfortunately that's not how it works. So they make a lot of mistakes when it comes to positioning their crosshair. If you do this, don't. Trust me, it's a lot easier just to know that headshot level is always at the same level whenever you're on a flat plane, and that really makes a difference. Just knowing that fact makes it possible for you to get an understanding of where headshot level is throughout any map. Now, right now I am on, what is this? I can't remember the map name. Let's see. Aimbots. This is a map called Aimbots with a Z. It's actually very, very useful if you want to come in and practice getting some headshots and stuff. Not like that, but more like this, I'm not the best shot, but I always come in here and I try to improve, because this map is actually really good. I'm not going to go into detail on how the map works, but let's keep talking about headshot level. Let's focus on, get rid of this guy for a second. Let's focus on these three folks. As you can see, headshot, headshot, headshot. And I don't even need to move my crosshair. I'm going to leave my crosshair there. Headshot, headshot. As you can see, no matter where I walk, like, let's just get a headshot on this guy, and then we'll get a headshot on the guy in the back. Or we'll do it opposite. And then let's get one on this guy. Yeah, see, I'm not moving my crosshair at all. I'm simply just walking, and I'm always at headshot level. So that's what you need to understand. And if you crouch, which is probably a really good reason why a lot of people don't crouch, or a lot of better players say don't crouch, headshot level suddenly changes. You can't walk to the next one because the center of the camera, that's what you're looking through, is actually through the head. That is why you see the head at headshot level. When you crouch, you're looking at around chest or stomach area, because that's about how low the camera gets. So crouching, you have to do a lot more adjustments for your aim. That little bit of an angle can really affect you in a firefight. While just standing, you can simply just move your A and D keys, walking back and forth, moving your body, and you'll be able to get the same headshots. You get one on this guy, then you can get one on this guy, and this guy. Well, I suck at shooting, but you know what I mean. That's not the point. Me sucking at shooting doesn't change the fact that this is how it works. So if you guys want to get better at headshots, this is what you gotta do. So I just recorded this whole thing, and then I realized it wasn't very neat and it wasn't very pretty. So let's do this one more time. Here we are on Dust 2. This is one of the best maps in my opinion to practice headshot level, mainly because there are different levels in the map. There is both flat terrain, as you can see on Cat, there's flat terrain, and there's also the uneven terrain throughout basically most of the map. And knowing headshot level is going to help you so much in maps like this, where knowing that a guy's head is right there over here but it's also right here, and it's right here throughout the rest of the map, knowing that this guy right here is going to be like right there. Just knowing that specific angle is going to really change how you play, and it's going to make your frags and your score always go up. Practice what I'm about to teach you. Practice it all the time. Alright, so let's walk on Cat. Like I said, this is a very flat terrain, and I know that there's an enemy around this corner, and his headshot is, or his head is right around this angle. So let me just move it a little to the side. Look at that. I didn't even have to see him, and I know that headshot level is right there. Now, the reason why I know this is not because I am a great player, but because I understand how headshot level works. It's going to change throughout different spots, but that one in particular is super easy. You don't need to change your headshot level when you are, or you don't need to adjust your crosshair when you are leveled with the other enemy. Just keep it straight. Keep it nice and steady. Get ready for those shots. Now, what about the different levels? This guy versus this guy, the one that's standing down here versus the one that's standing up there. Well, that's just a little bit more practice. Understanding the size between this guy and adding it to the size of the platform up here, and then getting used to the different angles that you'd have to aim at, ups, downs, lefts, and rights, and such and such. How do I get used to that? Practice. There's no other way to say it, just practice. And I like to come into a single player server and just look at my headshot and angles. So I would probably peek from back here on Cat, walk like this, and if I saw a little bit of that shoulder or the little bit of his back sticking out, I'd be able to adjust for his head pretty quickly. And let's just say if I wanted to look at him right away, he's right around here. Headshot's right there. So I would say headshots right there. Just keep practicing it. Look away, look this way, headshot. Nope, looked at his feet. So see, I'm not a great player, but I kind of understand it, and that's what's gonna change a lot of your aim. And it's actually pretty decent to just walk around and try to keep your crosshair at locked at somebody's head. That's actually something really helpful. And I haven't actually done this until right now on a different level. I've always kept it on the same plane like this, like that. I've done a lot, but this is actually pretty helpful, I think. Walking up, going down. Yeah, I mean, I'm not great at it, obviously, because I'm not a good player, but it's going to make me a good player eventually, and I think it can make anybody better at CSGO. Just trying to keep your crosshair locked on somebody's head, and knowing that when your position changes, so does their head, and so does the crosshair level. Because your crosshair level, up, down, I would say is where your crosshair level is. His head is right here. But if I kept my crosshair straight and looked up, suddenly I'm shooting up here. That's a pretty big gap, I would say. That's a huge gap. You don't want to aim at somebody's head and end up being up here just to find out that their head is down here. Yeah, that's a big difference. So try to keep your crosshair level. Know that when you jump up, your crosshair is supposed to be at a different level. Simple as that. I hope this video was helpful to you. Let me know if there's anything else that I missed. I'm obviously not the best player in the world, so please, if you know more than I do, if you understand headshot level and you think that there's a better way to learn this, let me know in the comments below. I'm always open for suggestions. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.
One is Tetris, and they're like a motherfucker. Save.
Today, I kind of want to talk about something a little bit kind of, I guess, important to me.